Just spoke to everybody this morning. David spoke to everybody this morning. Same with Carlos. Did all our introductions, all the good first day stuff, and then we all got to get together out on the field for a little bit, just get things rolling and start this process. But good first day, I think, and first step in the right direction.
What did you take from Carlos's talk to the team?
I thought it was good. He just kind of said that he has standards that he'll want us to stand by, and I think that's a good thing. We're just going to hold ourselves accountable. There are certain things that come with playing in New York and certain standards that we hold ourselves accountable to, and so we'll do that throughout the whole season and each and every day.
You've been through quite a few spring trainings now. You've heard several first day speeches from rookie managers. Did this one stand out in any way? Was it different?
He's very inspirational. He wanted us to just to know that he holds himself to the same standard that he wants us to hold ourselves to, just keeping each other accountable each and every day and having each other's backs. Is it different? He's a different guy. They're not all the same, but he wants the best out of us, and we want the best out of him. So I think just as long as we're having good communication, we're holding each other accountable, and having the right standards, then I think it'll all work out in the end. It's not going to be the same thing over and over again. We're all different people, but I still think that it was good and productive.
As one of the veterans on this team, how much responsibility do you feel to kind of make that easier for him?
Yeah, no, it's definitely falls on many of us, position player wise, me, Pete, Francisco, guys that have been around here a long time, Jeff. We're guys that are going to have to be able to step in and help him out, but also he has his own things that he wants to bring in and his own ideas, and he was in New York for a long time with the Yankees. Just all of us trying to pull on the same end of the rope. I think that's the main concept, and that's what he was trying to get across today.
What are some of those standards that you guys want to hold yourselves to?
Yeah, I think just the main ones are just being accountable each and every day, and being able to do the little things right. We need to be better at our preparation. We need to be better at how we interpret the analytics, how we go about our work each and every day, because what we've done here isn't good enough yet. So just those kind of things of holding each other accountable each and every day, and having each other's backs.
Baseball-wise, as you prepare for this, specifically defensively, how do you see this breakdown? Like, where do you see yourself?
Yeah, I think that I have to be available to play center and left field. I think that Mendy's going to want to write the lineup differently sometimes, depending on the pitcher, and so for me, it's just being versatile. Knowing that we have an amazing center fielder in Harrison that we brought in, someone that's been at the top of the list for the last few years defensively, and you guys obviously know how important defense is to David, and so there's going to be different ways that they want to write the lineup, and there's going to be some guys that I think we all know that going through a season, sometimes you're more hot than other times, and you're going to want those guys carrying the load and doing what they do each and every day when they're hot and in the lineup. So I think there's a lot of different ways he's going to want to write the lineup, and I just have to be versatile in being able to be ready for left and center field, and they're just going to communicate with me and try and give me a heads up on, hey, this is how we're looking at the next few days, and that way it'll give me the ability to prepare the right way.
Did they ask you anything like that during the offseason? Just because obviously you've worked very hard to become a better defensive center fielder.
David called me early on in November, and he said, we were actually in Italy, and he said, hey, would you mind having a conversation, and how would you feel about, if there's a few really good center fielders on the market, and how would you feel if we did that? And, I told him, honestly, my goal at this point in my career is to win a World Series. If you think that creating, a better outfield defense or adding these guys to our roster is going to help our chances of winning World Series, then I'll do whatever it takes to do that. So, I kind of just put my trust in him that if you think this will make us better, fine by me. And I said, if you're bringing in a center fielder or one of these guys, then I'm a good center fielder, but if we're bringing someone else in, then we're going to have a really dang good outfield. So, that's what I was trying to convey to him is, I'm definitely willing and available to do whatever is best for us to win a World Series.